Okay, so in today's video, I just wanted to give some words of encouragement for you barbers that might be thinking about quitting. And I would say, give it some time. Now, if you've given it like 5, 10 years and it's just not working, you don't like it, okay, maybe it's time to quit. But for those of you that are just starting off, I'd say this is for barbers under 5 years. Don't quit. I saw in barber school guys that had an ability and talent, and then I saw people that had never picked up a pair of clippers. And the funny thing was, the barbers in school that had the nicest clippers, and they just, they had the talent, they had so much potential. Some of them dropped out of barber school, probably don't do it anymore. Some of them graduated, went back to their old jobs, and it's not all, but I saw some that did. And then I saw some that came in, had zero experience, never held a pair of clippers before, had no idea, like zero knowledge about cutting hair. And I see them on Instagram and I still follow them. They're still cutting hair full time, making a living out of it. Some of them have gone off to their own studios. So what does that tell you? If you don't quit and you just put in the time and the effort, eventually, now for some it might happen a lot sooner, depending on who's your mentor. For some of you it might take a little longer, but give it some time. Don't quit. I wanted to quit at least a few times my first year. Probably because of what clients would say. So once I was in a barber shop, some clients are not going to be so nice. And I was the first couple years all about customer service, which I'm still about customer service. But back then I was all about customer service, even though they were wrong and being rude about it, or they would make up stuff just to try to get a freebie. And I'm saying they would make up stuff because after I would ask other barbers, like, yo, what did you think about that cut? Was it really that bad? And they'd be like, no, it looked clean, or, it probably was like that clean, but it looked good. And clients would some clients out there, you can't make them happy. They're just going to complain. They might want a $5, $10 off. So they're going to start with like, what's this? What's that? Like annoyed, or maybe they want a free cut. You're going to find some of those people. And some of those people I felt were the ones that made me doubt myself and I think I should quit. Maybe this is not for me. But thankfully some barbers, older barbers in the barbershop that I was in, the owner, I was the youngest in terms of cutting. I had honestly, I started working in a shop while I was still in barber school. I probably 3-4 months into barber school, I started at a shop. So most people in there, they had minimum three years experience, and some of them 20 years. So all the barbers in there, thankfully, they accepted me. I was, let's say, the weakest link. So the good thing about being the weakest link in a barbershop is that's gonna motivate you. So anyways, thankfully, I found myself in a good team, a lot of support. They helped me. Not all of them, but there was a lot that did help me along the way. I definitely give my thanks to them, but don't quit. Give it some time. This is not a race to the finish line. You're not all of a sudden going to get to a day where you're all of a sudden like, oh, now I'm happy with everything. You want to enjoy the process along the way as well, and just give it time. So I'm right now currently let me think. So I went to school in 2018, May. I graduated May 2019. Took me 1 year to complete barber school. And after that, I've been doing it full time. So this past May, over 5 years now, full time that I've been doing it. And I still struggle with a lot of stuff. I currently have a barber shop, which I could fit easily 8 chairs. Right now I only have an extra 2 chairs or 3 chairs. So that one doesn't have the station yet, but it's got a chair. But these other stations over here, I have them filled up. I've been trying to get barbers in. I'm trying to figure out how to get barbers with licenses. Do they need an insurance? Do I need to? There's still so much I'm learning. I still get clients that after the haircut, sometimes they're like, yo, can you fix this, fix that? So I'm 5 years in and I still have a lot to learn. So the good thing is that I'm now starting to see from the perspective of enjoying the process. So now I'm actually enjoying it And then I have to constantly remind myself though, like be thankful for what I started off. When I started off back in 2018, I had been living out of the country. I came back to the United States with pretty much $0 in my pocket. I actually had to move back in with my parents. All I had was a motorcycle to my name and probably like $500. No, I don't even know if I had $500. Maybe because I worked a couple weeks when I came back to a warehouse. So anyways, that was a big thing, to start from zero again, trying to figure out what do I want to do. I went back to a job that I had been working at. I was doing what is called receiving. So I was doing the receiving for the warehouse. I was a receiving manager making $10 an hour. I still remember to this day, my paycheck, if I didn't have overtime, this is out of 40 hours a week, I would get $332 after taxes. So when I remember that back then I said, man, I would love to cut hair. And if I could cut hair and make $332 a week, I would rather be doing that than doing the job that I was doing. And I'm not hating on the job I was doing, but $10 an hour, heavy work, heavy lifting, for 40 hours a week. It wasn't fulfilling me. I didn't feel fulfilled. I'd be, as soon as time to clock out, I'm out. Where everything has changed. So sometimes I do get discouraged, but that's why I know there's got to be people out there also getting discouraged. So that's why I want to say, don't get discouraged, keep going, but try to enjoy the process along the way. And remember, like, why you even started and what was your goal at first. Now, I definitely make more. I'm not, going to throw out my numbers, but I make more than $332, a week. And I still work like about 40, 50 hours, maybe closer to 50. But the purpose when I started was I want to enjoy cutting hair. I like to cut hair. I want to be able to like kind of break out of my shell, talk to people, because I'm not a person that likes to talk in big crowds. So when I got one person in my chair, I do better at, being able to talk. If not, if I'm in a group of large people, I'm an introvert. So I felt like barbering was like a perfect fit, including I had always wanted to cut even since back in high school. I grabbed a pair of clippers. So just the whole industry of barbering has given me so much that I'm kind of proud now to even say like I'm a barber, or someone says, hey, what do you do for hair? Yeah, I cut hair. Even if I say I cut hair, I'm a barber, however I say it, I'm proud instead of saying, I work at a warehouse. I'm an whatever receiver, or sometimes I did different positions in that place, but I started at $8, worked my way up to 10 over like a few years. So that's why I left the country. But anyways, now, like I said, just pull yourself out if you're in that situation. If not, good for you. Help out other barbers that might be struggling. But I'm telling you, so many people drop out of the barbering career without ever hitting that maybe if they would have waited one more year, over the light at the end of the tunnel, right? They might have almost been there. Another month, another 2 months, but they quit. They go back to their old jobs, and now, who knows? Maybe back in the future they'll try to get back into barbering, but just give it your all the first time, so then you don't waste time, But anyways, that's why I just wanted to give some words of encouragement, especially because I've been feeling lately very discouraged, and I sometimes watch some YouTube videos and they give me encouragement. So then I'm like, I would want to give that to someone, because there was definitely a lot of barbers that helped me along the way, and hopefully this helps some of you barbers that are struggling. And like I said, just keep going, don't quit. And I'll catch you all on the next one.